All right, listen up. Do you want to be an entrepreneur gym bro in Miami sitting in their friend's penthouse telling you to lock in? Or do you want to actually get the juicy details on how to close $4,000 per YouTube video? If so, sit down, grab your fucking notebook. I'm going to be giving you every single detail when it comes to mastering acquisition here on YouTube. All right, so the first thing that we're going to be getting into is chapter 1, content funnel, doing it the right way on YouTube. The most important things on YouTube, how to easily come up with 10 plus viral YouTube ideas right on the spot. Then we're going to be getting into titling mastery, okay? Make titles that get 10,000 plus clicks. Thumbnail mastery, creating thumbnails that stand out and lead to increased views, okay? And this is the beautiful thing here. This is not what the gym bros from Miami, who also claim to be a crypto expert and entrepreneur, are not telling you when it comes to YouTube and actually making money, okay? We're going to get the right content funnel and move over to chapter 2, the YouTube funnel that generates a pipeline of 10 to 30 book calls a month. Yes, I'm going to be showing you this anti-funnel. And if you create this funnel, it's going to develop a unique trust for you. And then the 4-step school funnel, which is also kind of like a anti-funnel here, that makes upsells 10 times easier. Finally, the third thing that we're going to be getting into is the entire sales process that prints cash for you. We're going to be fixing your leaky funnel. Here's how to run a sales operation so you never have to take a sales call and can easily print money. And then I'm going to also be giving you the back-end systems, the tech stack to make operations 10 times easier. It'll save you so much time when it comes to this YouTube acquisition funnel. All right, so let's get into it. Chapter 1, doing content the right way. Listen, there's a lot of methods out there, a lot of ideas on how to create content. And YouTube is really just boiling down to 3 things: title, idea, thumbnail. Not in that specific order. Actually, idea is supposed to come first. But let's get into it. How do you create viral ideas and how to easily come up with 10 plus viral YouTube ideas right on the spot? All right, so the first thing that you actually need to know is understanding your customer profile and the journey that they want to go on. All right, so this is your customers' current situation and what do they need in order to get to their desired situation, right? So I got some examples for you, and this is really how you begin to identify your ICP, and your offer is going to give you a ton of clarity on who you're even making content for. Because the beautiful thing about YouTube, right? The beautiful thing about YouTube is that you only need 1,000 views to make, honestly, you can make more than this. This is just being conservative. 4,000 plus per video, okay? That's the beautiful thing about YouTube. And why? Why do you only need 1,000 views that will transfer to 4,000 plus? So if you do the math on that, you guys can put out 4 videos a month and you're making anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000 per those 4 videos, okay? So what YouTube is really hitting on is a bunch of different things that short form content doesn't do. This is what we're going to be seeing everybody get into in the next couple months here. The wave is going to come. You need to get in early right now. And if you do want to get in early, if you want to install this entire system, click the link in the description and I'll show you how to get 30 to 100 book calls from YouTube all through organic systems here. So, all right, here we go. What is different from, short form content, Twitter even, that, YouTube has? Why is YouTube the holy grail? Well, one, you're building leadership. Through the kinds of content you make, you're building leadership. The second one is building way more authority. Third is building way more trust. And we'll be talking about certain content pillars that do all this. And then the fourth one here is you're building more respect, okay? And it's all because YouTube is longer. When you make 10 to 30-minute videos, this has more of a chance being established. Unlike short form content, there's a statistic out there that you need somebody to watch 7 hours of your content in order to convert. All right, so if somebody watches 7 hours and they hop on a freaking call with you, they're converting. Even if you're selling freaking workout crypto, entrepreneur, make 10 million online course, they're still converting. If you get somebody to watch 7 hours of your content, they're converting. So Why is that so much harder on short form content? Okay. Like pretend these are 1 minute videos and 7 hours of content you need to hit. So 60 times 7, 420. Your audience on Instagram or even on Twitter needs to see 420 pieces of content from you. And if we even look at my page here, I don't even have 400 videos. Okay. So that's why YouTube is so lucrative. Because if you get somebody to watch more of your content and establish more of a connection with you, you're printing cash. So if that doesn't convince you to be on YouTube, I don't know what does, because I'm also getting 4,000 per video I make. All right. So YouTube is really all about understanding your ideal customer profile. It's not necessarily all about going viral. Of course, you want to be going viral within your niche, but you want to be making the right content in order to get book calls. Okay. So to figure out who your ideal customer profile is, you need to understand the problems they face. Okay. Example, I create YouTube videos, but I'm not getting any sales. The fears that they have. I can't share my ideas, make an impact, or selling anything to my audience. The wants that they have. I want people to see my content, engage with it, share it with their friends, and then the dreams. People tell me how much they enjoy my content and want to work with me because of it. Once you understand all of this, who your actual audience is, making content becomes a lot easier, because what this really does is clarify on your offer. You have a specific person, a specific current situation that they're in, a specific desire they want to get into with a specific outcome. Okay. Once you nail all these fours of the offer formula, coming up with ideas is a lot easier. And mixed with this, the building block method. All your favorite creators, everyone online who's succeeding is using this method. Even freaking Mr. Beast, who doesn't even have to deal with this niche, right? They're using proven ideas. They're building on top of these proven ideas. Okay. This is the building block method. Why, as a person, right? If you are not good at YouTube, okay, here's your brain. This is your brain. Why would you, as a person who, let's say you haven't even started on YouTube, why would you try to come up with an original, not supposed to be original, idea? Okay. Your brain is not hardwired to making successful YouTube content yet. All right. So you need to use the building block method, where you're building upon a proven idea. And so how do you figure this out? How do you find proven ideas? Well, a lot of it is market research. Okay. Understanding your niche. Then you market research in your niche and you find a proven idea and you turn that into a winning idea. Okay. So what this looks like, and this is exactly what your favorite YouTubers are doing. This is exactly what Alex Ramosi, Iman Ghazi, everyone's doing this at the moment. And it's one of the best ways to come up with winning content. So we're going to head over to YouTube here. Let's go to Alex Becker here. If I go to Alex YouTube videos and go to popular, cool. This isn't fun, but it makes me $2,000 an hour. That's a great freaking video title. You can build upon this proven idea. And if we go back here, we can actually see people stealing this at the moment. All right, so look at this right here. This is my exact point. This isn't fun, but it makes me $26,000 a day. Same exact title. This was 6 months ago from Charlie Morgan, one of the biggest YouTubers at the moment in the info product space, or in just the entrepreneur space. He literally stole this idea or built upon it, right, from Alex Becker. This isn't fun, but it makes me $2K an hour. This isn't fun, but it makes me $26,000 a day. This is what I'm trying to tell you guys. It's a video game here. You just need to know where to look. Market research and building upon proven ideas is one of the best things you do to save yourself time and come up with winning ideas. When you start to then train your brain by building upon proven ideas, that's when you can add some originality. Because then, after a couple videos, you are now hardwired to create great YouTube content. So you go from the building block method to original ideas. But this building block method is so essential in order to hardwire your brain and figure out how to do this. Okay. So the third thing that you want to get good at is persuasive messaging within YouTube. And particularly, the only thing that really matters is the title and the intro. Okay. So it's about getting good at copy. And all copy is really understanding your viewers' pains. That is why this is so important right here, to really understand who your specific person is and everything they're going through. Because once you do that, once you understand that, copywriting isn't necessarily about fancy words. YouTube isn't about writing down fancy words that's gonna make somebody perk up their ears and pay attention. No, YouTube is speaking directly to your audience. Okay, Instagram is a little bit different. You want to go a little bit more broader on Instagram. YouTube, of course, you still want to try to go viral with everything that you're doing, but if you speak directly to the person, to all their pains, all their desires, their situations, and add your own personal stories that match all of that, you're going to be freaking winning. That's how you begin to formulate a great intro. And the second thing here with the intro is fulfilling on the promise of the title. Okay, and then what is the title here? The title is just your idea. And that's it. That's literally it. If you do not have a good idea, then there's no point in pursuing that YouTube video. Okay, the way I think about content, the way I go about Instagram, the way I go about YouTube is by thinking in titles. Okay, my hook is also part of my title because your hook fulfills on that promise. You do want to add this stuff in there. It's okay with the YouTube video to make it like a minute long with the hook, and it's fulfilling on that promise. So to reiterate, your idea should be your title, and that's how I think of things. I do not pursue a piece of content until the idea is good. Otherwise, it's a waste of time. And that's why a lot of creators also use this building block method, just because, they don't want to spend time, money, energy in creating an entire YouTube video to have it flop, right? They want to make sure what they're going to put out is going to win. So they think of in ideas. They find proven ideas, make them winning ideas, turn it into titles. And then those titles turn into part of the intro, okay? All right, so that's how you begin to master the messaging within YouTube. And it's really about the first 1 to 5 minutes. Okay, like I said, there's 3 really important things when it comes to YouTube. 1 is the idea. 2 is the title. I lied to you guys. It's actually 4 ideas. 3 is the thumbnail. We'll talk about that in a second. And 4 is the intro. Because what we're trying to do here is with your viewer, this is where they're at. And if you look at just the average retention rate on YouTube, this is what it looks like. Boom, flop, down, and then the straight line. Your viewers don't actually need to go all the way to the end in order to book a call with you and make $4,000 per video. You just need to get them over that first hump, which is the intro. And the intro needs to all align with the thumbnail and the title and the overall idea. And the idea needs to be presented right away. The moment that you delay the time between fulfilling on your promise of the idea of the video, and all that is just reiterating the title, the idea in the intro. But the moment you start to delay that is actually the moment where people fall off in that intro. They don't go over that hump. Okay? So you want to not delay the idea. You want to put the idea right here as soon as possible. All right, so the third thing here is the thumbnail. How to create a killer thumbnail. And it's all about spending the time on the psychology behind the click. It's not really about design. Okay, this is Patty Galloway here, super famous when it comes to YouTube and creating thumbnails and all that stuff. And he's saying thumbnails are 90% about the psychology behind the click and only 10% about designing. All right, so you don't have to be good at Photoshop. We see it all the time, right? So it's just a photo of somebody and it does well. Or it's just some text on screen and it does well. Well, why? There's some things in there. So it's all about creating a curiosity gap. Your ideal customer profile, right? They want to know they're in a current situation where they're currently at, and you need to create curiosity on what they want to know, getting to their desires. Okay. So the best thumbnails upon research that perform really well when it comes to this space that we're in, coaching space, info product space, is results-based thumbnails. Because once again, it's fulfilling on that curiosity gap, right? There's money in here. Live writing. That just draws in a lot of curiosity. Okay, I want to fulfill the clarity that, on what he's doing live running, and that's getting all this cash. Money on screen is a really big one. Numbers is a really big one. Another results-based one. How to actually start copywriting it. He has a graph in there. Another results-based one, 5,000 a month in 4 months, results-based. Because your ICP, in this case for Cardinal Mason, is they're at $0, right? That's their current situation. And he's showing you that, $4,000 or $5,000 a month here. Okay, now I want to click on that to fulfill my curiosity, to gain clarity on my curiosity. So that's the psychology behind like the results-based one. Transformation ones do really well. Go and look up on YouTube, skinny to absolutely jacked transformation video. Those videos have tens of millions of views. Why? Because humans love transformation. Because through transformation, the human mind gets inspired by that. If you see like before and after, that's a ton of curiosity. How did they get from before to after? How did they go from skinny to absolutely jacked, or vice versa? How did they go from fucking fat to skinny and shredded? Right? The human mind wants to fulfill that curiosity on just needing to know how that person went from skinny to shredded. Okay. So that's what really works well for this entire space is transformation thumbnails. Okay. We can see here another one from Cardinal Mason, how to make 10,000 a month copywriting, $0 to 10,000, 0 to 10,000, right? These are all really well performing videos for these people. 0 to 1 million. 7 subscribers to 500,000 subscribers. Okay, guys, this is a real thing. Everybody is using transformation thumbnails. Use it in your next video that you're going to create. And if you want more of the psychology behind thumbnails and how to master this, there's a lot more information within my Creator Founder Inner Circle. Click the link below and see if you qualify to join. The last thing that I want to touch on is being a master speaker. Okay, this is something that I am actively working towards every day. If you actually watch my first videos, I was terrible at speaking. I'm getting better and better on every YouTube video. And this becomes really prevalent here for YouTube because on Instagram, you can get away with not being able to speak that well. You can have short, fast-paced cuts, but this raw style, this mirror board style is a way where you can't entirely hide it. Yes, there's probably cuts in this video to keep things moving along, but it's a little bit more slowed down. It's a little bit more raw, and you want that to build that authenticity through YouTube. And actually, things like mastering your speaking style becomes really important. When you speak, you have to have conviction. You have to develop a unique style. And actually, a really unique way to develop a style here, or a unique style, is actually doing what comedians do in the beginning. One of my favorite comedians is Shane Gillis. And if you watch him a lot, he'll talk about how one of his inspirations is Louis C.K. And he will even reference all the time that he sounds too much like Louis C.K. It's because he, in the beginning of his career, he was mimicking his style, right? That's how you begin to, just be good, right? Copy someone who is doing really well. So I particularly like Alex Becker. There's some instances where I try to bring his vibe into these videos sometimes. Still trying to master that, but think about it like a comedian. They're trying to mimic their idols. All right, they mimic a bunch of different people. Of course, they also have their own personality, and that's how they really become good. Somebody like Shane Gillis will reference that. He sounds too much like Louis C.K. So that's how you begin to develop your unique style. So to begin to really do that, watch like 5 mentors that you have, right? Watch them all. See how they're speaking and try to mimic them in a way and combine their styles. And of course, add your own personality in there. Like me, I'm definitely a very sarcastic person. And that's how you begin to have a unique style and become a master speaker here. The other one is just obviously having confidence, speak with confidence, and be a storyteller. All right, especially with the raw type of content, you want to learn how to tell stories. All right, so chapter 2 now, we're going to get into the YouTube funnel that generates a pipeline of 10 to 30 book calls a month for you. All right, and why do you want to get book calls from YouTube? It's really simple. If you get 10 book calls and you close at a 30% rate, that's 3 people every single month, right? 3 people for 4,000, you're making $12,000 a month. It really becomes a number game once you kind of master the strategy there on YouTube. So the thing I really like to focus on is the anti-funnel. All right, so how do you get that pipeline filled with qualified calls that might make your pipeline burst? All right. So it all starts with that ICP. You're creating that curiosity gap with the thumbnail. They click, the intro fulfills on that promise. And in the beginning as well, you want to have a CTA, okay? CTA to a landing page or an area to book a call with you. From there, they gain the clarity, they acquire the knowledge, and you have another CTA. So as you go about your videos here, this part is the video proportion. You're having CTAs within there, all right? And that's the beautiful thing about YouTube. You can have a CTA because it's so long, because it's much longer. People are used to ads on YouTube or just used to people promoting stuff, right? It's a longer video. So with this, you're then getting into the anti-funnel. With this CTA, all you're doing is either driving people to school, right? A free school community, which then goes to an onboarding DM, and then you're getting a fat amount of book calls. Or you're going to a anti-landing page, and this is basically what it looks like. And I got this from Charlie Morgan, he's a god at this. And all it is people are just so used to going through a lot of steps on a landing page. And I'm going to lay it out for you right here. So, right, if we break this down, your viewer hits a landing page, right? On this landing page, there's a VSL, video sales letter. But before that, you are actually collecting their email, right? And then from there, they have to hit another button and go through an application and then actually book a call with you. They go on another landing page that books a call. This right here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps. All right, so how do you eliminate that? That's a lot of friction within the funnel. All right, you only want to do something like that if you're getting a massive amount of volume. And even so, you kind of want to start to cut this out. Let the YouTube videos do all the selling for you, right? If you know your ICP, you're attracting the right people, the YouTube video just does all the selling. You don't need to bring them through a complicated funnel. All you need is an anti-funnel, okay? So all you do is have the video sales letter on the same page as booking a call with you, okay? And the only real difference here on that, if you want to filter out people, and you shouldn't be doing this in the beginning, you should not be filtering out anybody if you're not getting any book calls, because every single call you take is actually a practice to sell somebody. And if you go in the mindset like, oh, this person isn't booked, oh, this person I'm hopping on a call with isn't probably qualified, then yeah, you're not going to get the sale. You're going to steer that conversation into not getting yourself the sale. So you want to be taking everybody, and you want to have the mindset that this person is going to close. This person is qualified. You don't know how much money is in their bank. You don't know if they could get money from somebody else. You do not truly know where they're at when you're hopping on a call with them. So having this anti-funnel, just a VSL on it, and having a Calendly, I know you can't really see it here, having a Calendly embedded on the same exact page to book a call. And then the third thing that you really want here, after this cowl here, I'll actually show you mine here. So to quickly show you right here, so gray header, VSL, book a call, and then from there you just want results. That's all the landing page needs to be to convert a ton of people here and get you a ton of book calls, okay? You can implement a survey on your Calendly link, which can qualify people if you're getting too many. And then all that is just route them back to a fat amount of book calls. And then you get the sale, okay? It's really a number game. If you can get 10 book calls and close at a 30% rate, like I said, you're closing 3 people and you're making $12K in a month. All right, that's being extremely conservative. Okay, actually, we're probably closing anywhere from 4,000 to 12,000 for every single YouTube video that I'm making. All right, but let's dive into the free school community one, because this is actually a very unique thing that's happening right now, because school is basically a network for entrepreneurs. Okay. And you could build a ton of trust, value, and have drip sequences and also gamification in order to work people up the ladder. All right. So what you do when they opt into your school, and by the way, stop putting a ton of links in your description before we get into this. Don't be an idiot. Just put one link. All right. So if you want to bring people to a landing page, bring them to the landing page. If you want to bring them to a school, only bring them to the school community. Stop being an idiot and putting multiple links in your landing page. Only top creators can get away with that. Only people with 1 million followers can do that. You want to make sure that you are capitalizing on every single view. All right. And all you need is one offer with one content system to make $100K a month. Okay. So stop sending people to multiple different areas. Right? This is the powerful thing about YouTube. But if you want to send them to a free school community, it's a really great upsell. So you're collecting their info here. Then they're also being put into email sequences. So when somebody joins school, you can then zap that information over to ConvertKit and send them email sequences, all then designed for them to book a call with you. I like doing in school communities manual DMing as soon as they join. All right. Auto DMs, sure, they can work, but the more manual you go, sometimes automation isn't great for everything, because the more manual you go, the more personality is in there, the more connection that's developed, the more real it feels. And that's what people really want. They want to connect with somebody. Okay, so a manual DM to those people as soon as they join the school community, and then you just send them the link to book a call, right? You run some sort of offer. Hey, for a limited time, the creator is taking calls for onboarding. Let us know if you want to join. And on that call, you're just giving them value. And typically through that value, a ton of questions, a ton of pain comes up just through that conversation. And you either just sell them into the high ticket or reroute them back into the free community. And the beautiful thing too, why school works is because, I learned this from Alex Ramosi, why the school funnel works, the free one, is because if somebody watches your YouTube video, they go to YouTube, they watch it, they then click that link to join the school community. The reason why they did that is because they want to fulfill their pain, right? They think the answers to all their pain is in the school community if somebody makes that leap, all right? But, right, as soon as they join that school community, what they're going to see inside of that is 1, course material, 2, wins, other people's wins that they have, right? That's all going to be there in the school community. When they see these 2 things, more pain is developed, actually. Way more pain is developed. So we're going to go over here to pain. And this is what I learned from Alex Ramosi. You never want to upsell somebody when they win, okay? It's like if somebody eats a steak and they liked it so much, they love that steak, and you go, hey man, you loved it so much, do you want another one right now? No. That person isn't going to want another steak because they're full, right? You want to always sell people when they're feeling as much pain as possible. And when somebody joins the school community, they're feeling maximum pain because they went through all of this to find some sort of fulfillment on their pain. And when you come along with a auto DM or a manual DM, actually I like, and say, hey, we got this strategy call, going for a limited time. Let's hop on a call, and you give them the link. They're looking for other ways to solve their pain. They're seeing how much more pain is coming here because they're like, oh man, I have to go through this whole course. Other people are winning. I'm feeling maximum pain. Okay. And also they're feeling motivated at the same time. They hop on that call with you. And on that call, it's just a classic sales call. Like you do it like in a value-based way, like definitely provide a lot of value on those calls, but it's still a sales call at the end of the day. And you're just selling them into the higher ticket, which is resolving more of their pain because they're going to be able to solve that pain much faster in a higher ticket environment. And that's the real, why that school community is working so much. The upsell is crazy through school communities. But for me, I like just doing an anti-landing page, which is, hey, we're not collecting any of your information. Here's a link to book a call. That's all that needs to happen. All right, so chapter 3 here. The sales process that prints cash, bro. Fix your leaky funnel and how to run sales operations so you never have to take a sales call while printing easy money. All right. So this is what your funnel probably looks like at the moment. All right. So you got traffic, going to a lead magnet. You can do that on YouTube as well. Collecting their email. You're taking a survey from them. If they go on a landing page, they book a call. You have that call. You then try to sell them. Then you have the onboarding call, and then they're in your program, and then they're done. Right? But along the way here, there's so many leaks that happen where people can fall out. Okay? Because the name of the game, if you look at anybody's Instagram account, if you actually see the stats behind an Instagram account and then the thing that they're selling, you'll notice that the amount of views somebody's getting is probably anywhere from 500 to 1 million views per month. But if you look at their landing pages, they're only getting 1,000 to 5,000 views on their landing page. So there's a huge discrepancy between the amount of views somebody's getting and the amount of people landing on a landing page. Or, in this case, the amount of people actually converting. So if you're getting 20,000 views and you have one person converting, your best bet is to fix the leaks, not even fix the views. Okay, that's one thing. But if you just fix the leaks, now you could go from one person to 6 without going any harder on trying to get more views. Of course, you want to do that. But fixing the leaks is one of the ways to freaking scale from 20K to 100K ASAP, like within a month, is just by fixing the leaks. And how do you do that? Okay, you put appointment setters within your business. Okay, it's every time you collect information, every time you get a phone number, every time somebody doesn't show up to a call, every time somebody reschedules, you have an appointment setter and a process in place to make sure either somebody's getting called up right away and be like, hey, let's hop on this call. Or, if they miss a call, a system happens to make sure that they get back on the call. All right, so you have appointment setters and closers in place. And the biggest thing with them is just having an accountability system. What makes a really good appointment setting here is making sure they're held accountable, having scorecards for them, tracking their show-up rates, tracking close rates, having end-of-day forms where you're tracking their moods, seeing how many book calls they're getting in a single day. And the tech stack behind this is you want to have a CRM platform. I particularly like using Close.io, I believe. Zapier, and you want to connect all this with Zapier, use Calendly, and have scorecards in place. The data behind this becomes really important because then you can see where the leaks are at, right? Is your show-up rate not high enough? As soon as you fix that leak with the appointment setter and having the right systems in place, let's say, your show-up rate is 60%. All right, if you then get that up to 80%, wow, you haven't done much, right? You haven't had to create this amazing video to get more sales. You just had to increase the show-up rate with the appointment setter, and now you're going from 2 sales to 3 or 4, right? Just by moving it up a couple of percentages, all right? So that's the sales system you want in place. And if you need something like that, check the link in the description. We can install that right into your business, and you'll also become a part of our Creator Founder Inner Circle. See if you qualify, check that link. And with that, guys, what you want to be hitting on here is understanding ideas, titles, thumbnails, and intros, having the right funnel in place. So the school funnel is great. The anti-funnel, just your freaking landing page. Let people book call. Let them book calls. Don't collect too much information. But if you are collecting information, right, collecting their phone number, giving away lead magnets, make sure that you have the right sales process in place, right? You fix the leaks within the funnel, you have appointment setters, and you keep them accountable, and you have the right tech stack to track everything. With that, you will have a winning system where you can get $4,000 per YouTube video that you make. All right, see you guys in the next video.